Welcome to Code Spotify. Today we are going to figure out a method to integrate between PrestoDB and Kafka using Docker. These are the prerequisites. You're supposed to install Docker and Docker Compose version, and you should have some basic understanding on data lakehouse. That's not really mandatory. The current containers are tested in Docker version 20.x, it means like 20.x, and Docker Compose 1.29.x. Based on agenda, today we are going to cover the connection between the PrestoDB and Kafka, then creating topic from Kafka, then extract the respective topic or respective messages from Kafka via PrestoDB. Let's get started. I already have a GitHub repository. Okay, so I have a number of sections there. So and there are related videos as well. You can watch it. So based on the current video, we are going to cover the Presto with the Kafka. So you're supposed to go to the section. Okay, so the condition what I'm going to do means I'm going to run the Docker Compose file which I already created. You can see here this is my Docker Compose file. The file name is Docker Compose Presto-Kafka. Under that you can find some 3 Docker containers. Okay, it means like it's a Docker images. It's going to create a container here. The case here is like one is Presto, the other one is Zookeeper, and then Kafka. Okay, so all these containers created in one single private network. The network name will be presto-nw. Okay, there are different methods. Either you can use a link attribute, or either you can create a private network like this. So both will work. So the major important thing is like you suppose you have a property file. Okay, here you can see I'm going to mount a file called kafka.properties. Okay, so okay, consider like basically the PrestoDB is the one which is going to help us to communicate with the external database. If I want this to communicate with the external database, I suppose I have a connector. If I read a connector, that connector requires some set of connection string, right? So the connector will be established based upon these properties. Okay, so consider like I'm going to refer property called kafka.properties here. So which I have created already. So here I'm giving a connector name. You can give any custom name. Then I'm going to give the topics name. It means like I'm going to say code spotify dot presto underscore kafka underscore topic, and other one is code spotify dot test. Okay, here the presto underscore kafka underscore topic is topic, and the other one the test are the topics, and code spotify are considered as a schema based on PrestoDB, because PrestoDB follows the my kind of a MySQL query engine. It means like they evaluate the query engine used to evaluate using MySQL. I mean like a SQL query. Okay, and next one is Kafka nodes. Okay, so I'm going to tell the PrestoDB that you are going to connect to the Kafka using this container name. It is nothing but the host name. Okay, so in our case, since we are going to run everything in the Docker Compose file, so it will be a container name. So you have to say the container name and respective port number. Okay, so if you go to the respective YAML file, here you can see the container name is presto-kafka. Okay, and everything is running in the port number of 9092. Okay, and the port number which is exposed is 29092. Okay, so here, okay, sorry. Okay, okay, based on this, now I am going to run the respective Docker Compose file. Okay, basically if you don't have any Docker image in your local, by default it will pull all the Docker image. It means like the image which you mentioned, it will pull the entire image, then it will start. Since I already pulled all the Docker images, so it's starting I mean it started everything. So so this is a standard command by Docker. So once I run this, you can see I have 3 containers. Okay, this container indicates the PrestoDB, Kafka, Zookeeper. Okay, let's go to the GitHub repo. The thing is like I'm supposed to enter the Presto CLI. Okay, I have a command already. Okay, so once I enter here, I'm going to say show cat logs. Okay, I have different catalogs, but right now we are going to focus on Kafka. Okay, so basically this catalog name has been referred based on the connector name you have given. Show, I'm going to show schemas in, you see there is a schema called code Spotify which has been mentioned over here. Okay, now I want to see the tables inside this schema. Show tables in Kafka dot code Spotify dot, okay, yeah, okay, so there are two tables. You can see the two tables. It is nothing but the topic name. Okay, so now it will be empty. So it means like if I'm going to run a query like select square message from, no, I'm supposed to tell them dot, see, there is no records. So now what I'm going to do means I'm going to and like produce and consume the messages. Okay, I'm going to use this command to verify the list of topics what I have. Here the topics will be listed based on the schema. So here you can see the schema name and the topic. Okay, so I'm going to use a topic called Presto Kafka topic. For that, first let me run the consumer command, not this one. Okay, so this is a consumer command. Let me run this. You can ensure you're referring it. Okay, and I am going to produce a message using this command. Okay, so only by producer I can able to produce that. You can say what is this docker exe. Basically, if you wanted to enter into the Kafka container, you have to use this one. So basically, this is a container name. Here you can refer the container name. Okay, here let me open your tab. Docker VSI. Okay, all right. Let's try from Kafka. You can refer the container name here. Okay, so this is a container, so we are entering into this container and we are doing the message, producing the message, as well as we are going to consume the message. Okay, let me produce a message. Okay, so since I was already running the consumer, it was immediately shown it over here. Okay, now I am going to PrestoDB and going to run the same query. You see there is a message called welcome to Code Spotify. Since I'm exposing the port number, it means like we can access the PrestoDB dashboard after executing any kind of query. Let's go to the browser and run this. Okay, just enable this finished command. You can see there are a number of queries which are executed right now. So it means like a show schema, showing table, and showing messages, and I mean, these are the list of queries we executed, and it will show you the response time and how long it was executed, and all the performance metrics has been evaluated and it has been displayed over here. So it will be quite easier for you to do any performance tuning in the future. And one more thing, I told you like everything will be running in the private network, so I wanted to show the network, I mean the Docker network. So our network is Presto-NW. So just inspect this network. Okay, you can see there are 3 containers running on the same network. Presto Zookeeper, PrestoDB, Presto-Kafka. So all are in same network with one single gateway, so that it will be quite easier for them to communicate each others. That is how they connected all together, and they can easily able to communicate each others. Thanks for watching. Thanks for today.